Hey, it looks like I'm live. I'm Veronica, and I'm super excited to be with you this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you might be. So I'm going to be taking your questions live. If you don't know who I am already, I am a life coach who specializes in the conscious use of the law of attraction. Um, I'm also known for specific person, getting an ex back, healing relationships. But I kind of do life coaching for pretty much anything and making your life better and consciously manifesting a better and new outcome and creating just the life of your dreams. Hi, Denisha. So, okay. If you'd like to learn more about me, VeronicaIsles.com is the place to go. I do one-on-one coaching there, as well as you can email me, VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. If you're watching a replay of this live show and you'd like to be a part of the next one, I do them weekly, sometimes multiple times a week at unscheduled times. And you need to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon to first be notified as to when I go online live. I also announce it on my Instagram a few minutes before I go online. So you can find out about it there as well. And I just answer questions at random, whatever my eye gravitates to. And I have no idea what it's going to be. So hopefully you get your question answered today. And if you don't, maybe it'll happen in the next session. Okay. Just need to get comfortable. I am surrounded by cats, but you can't actually see them. Okay, someone said you're pretty. Thank you. Oh, someone just finally caught me live, Jennifer Mitchell. Awesome. So yeah, I try to go on in different times because I know you're all in different time zones. Some of you work, some of you don't. Who knows? So I like to give everyone a chance to talk to me live and interact with me. My ex is married. Can I attract him? Well, yes, I think you can. I think that goes into the same category of an obstacle. You're going to look at the obstacles staring you in the face, the things that have to change in order to be with this person, or you're going to look at just being with this person, letting the universe handle the rest. This kind of goes into the category of a third party, which many of you are dealing with. It might not be as extreme as your specific person being married to this third party, but there may be a third party involved. And the trick is you think more about you and the person than the third party, and you let the universe handle the rest. And I always say in situations where there is a third party, you always want to wish the highest and the best for everyone involved. So it's not that you're trying to take anything away from the third party. You wish them the best too. You don't want to take anything away from yourself either. Is there like a weird delay with how I'm talking and my lips? It looks weird to me. Is anyone else noticing that, or is that just happening on my end? It's like slightly off. Huh. Someone has their specific person who does not want to talk to them. Hmm. It is weird. I still see it. Come on, computer, catch up. Okay. So if your specific person does not currently want to talk to you, oh, someone said I'm good. Okay, good. And I won't worry about it. It must just be my computer. Okay, so if your specific person doesn't currently want to talk to you, you do not want to beg them or tell them why they need to talk to you. You also don't want to do this in your own mind. Like, you don't want to be arguing with them in your mind as to why they need to talk to you ASAP. You also don't want to imagine this sort of wall blocking you in terms of communication between you and your desire. So I would say that you want to imagine open communication. You want to imagine love, free-flowing energy, what it would be like if you were just talking, and there was no problem, and they were accepting you as opposed to rejecting you. So this is really important because everything that's happening within is soon going to be happening on the outer. So you want to create it within first. And if they're currently not talking to you, you want to either imagine a time when you did talk, or what it would be like to be talking and having it be amazing. What can I do to get my crush to like me? Well, I think that your ideas of whether or not they like you is super important. So So this may sound weird, almost like, their ability to like you or not is completely up to them and you have no control over it whatsoever, but it's not true. You're constantly making an opinion, making a judgment of whether or not you think they can like you. So even if you think in this current moment that your crush doesn't like you, you could say, well, it's possible for them to change their mind. It's possible for a part of them to like me a little bit. It's possible for them to start to like me. After all, we start to like people who we didn't like before. Our opinions change. Our opinions don't always stay the same on everything. I always say that I frequently change my mind on things. you know, Sometimes someone's your worst enemy, then they're your best friend. Maybe the person, your crush, wasn't always your crush. Maybe you thought they were, just a silly person that you didn't think anything of, and then suddenly they became your crush. Like you could have changed your opinion as well. Ignoring the current reality. I think that ignoring the current reality, you don't want to become delusional and like put on blindfolds and say, I'm just going to pretend it's not there. Because that doesn't really work. Because then you feel dumb. You feel like you're lying and you feel stupid and you feel like the current reality is just like staring you in the face. The first thing you can do with the current reality is just accept it. And I don't mean accepting it as saying like, I'm okay with this, because obviously you're not okay with this. But you wanna feel peace because you don't wanna feel any struggle or any chaos within you. If you're all about this chaos and, I've gotta ignore current reality and you feel chaotic and crazy, then the current reality is gonna stay the same. Because the current reality is probably bad. It's something you don't want. It's frustrating you. It's causing you this crazy, crazy bits of lack and just yuckiness. So you want to make peace with it. You want to accept, that's the current moment. I manifested it. It's a product of past and old thinking. I didn't mean to do it. Obviously you didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't your preferred idea. And maybe you were trying to manifest a better outcome and it just didn't happen yet. So don't blame yourself. Don't say, well, I suck because I didn't get there yet. Instead, say to yourself, there must be a way to a different reality. Realities change all the time. They're constantly shifting, things are constantly changing. In fact, it's constantly changing so subtly that you don't even realize it at times. Like it's happening so subtly, so smoothly, so just a little bit here and there. I mean, think about it like a small child. You have like, I don't know, a 5-year-old, and they're constantly growing. Because suddenly, like, by the time they turn 6, they're bigger. But you never saw them growing. Like, you could have been with them every single day, and, like, they were growing every single day. You didn't see it happening. Like, you couldn't actually tell in the moment it was changing, but it all added up to one big change because, you compare pictures from their 5th birthday to their 6th birthday, and they look a lot older. You're like, "Hey, I was around this kid every single day from the age 5 to 6." And I didn't, like, see it. Like, you might, like, a few months later be like, "Hey, they're bigger than they were," or maybe they outgrow their clothes as proof. But it was constantly moving, constantly changing, but you didn't literally see it. And I think that in terms of changing the reality, it's like that. Like, it happens so subtly, usually behind the scenes, that we're not even noticing it. But you have to stay true to what the preferred reality is. Now, I don't know what the preferred reality is in terms of this person who asked the question. I mean, who knows? Could be with a specific person. It's probably with a specific person. That's like, I feel like in terms of law of attraction, the big topics are love, then money, then beauty, and then like job. And, there's a ton of stuff after that. But the big one is always the love one. And it's usually a specific person. And I think the reason why we get so hung up on this subject is so many people say you can't do it. That's so discouraging. Like, if you're just starting out and you're just new to this, you've probably come across like a gazillion people already, a gazillion websites that say you have to go general, that, you're not allowed to attract a specific person, that you're supposed to let the universe pick who's best for you, or that you're like standing in the way of who your better companion is. Like this idea of attracting this or something better. And I'm sure you get really pissed off and frustrated. You're never going to hear me say any of that stuff. When I was really, honing in on attracting a specific person, I came across this stuff too. Like when I was reading about it and learning about it, there was nobody like me. on YouTube. Like it didn't exist. And that's why I first started this. Now there's like a gazillion people who are doing specific person. Like there's that YouTube channel that's specifically for attracting a specific person. Like I think that's what she's called. I forget. She seems very sweet though. But like there just weren't channels like this. I mean, YouTube really wasn't that big. YouTube has like exploded. It's like people watch YouTube more than they do the regular TV, which is fine, watch me. I like doing these live shows. I love YouTube because it allows me a platform that I can express anything I want and reach as many people. Like the sky is the limit. Like there's no limit to what I can achieve. So I absolutely love YouTube. And I'm so grateful to be, existing in this time and place of the world because 20 years ago, there wasn't a platform like this. You could post on America Online message boards or news groups. Maybe news groups was like 25 years ago. I guess 20 years ago there were websites. 25 years ago websites were just coming to be, if I remember correctly, with those modems that made all the sound, the crackly, grumpy sounds. Okay, Padme came in. Padme is in one of my recent videos. She's like sitting in the background. I forget which one that is, but she's gotten very sassy. Okay, so if you're just joining me now, I'm Veronica, and I'm answering your specific person questions live for free, and I just kind of answer whatever I see. And if you want to do a coaching session with me, you want me to hold your hand during the process, you are trying to attract a specific person, I have a couple packages that are specifically tailored for your situation. The specific person manifesting a workshop, which comes in either a 15-day option or a 30-day option. There's also the 25-day challenge, which is just strictly daily emails, but I'm happy to hold your hand through the process. You could also watch my videos for free and just do it that way. I also have the 25-day challenge, which is an ebook that you can get on Amazon, also on my website. Okay, and do subscribe if you're watching a replay of this. You want to be a part of the next live show. It's the only way to do it. I want to say that we're still in the 25 days of Christmas. I got some exciting videos coming up. The one I released this morning is actually a really, really special one. If you haven't watched it yet, I noticed it didn't like hit as many people as I was hoping right away. And it's honestly like one of the best ones because it is about changing your idea of what your specific person wants to do for you, and this idea that they are eager to please you, even if it's not in their personality. Like it's such a powerful technique, and it's actually changed my world. I've used it not only for a specific person, but in terms of frustrations in terms of like business people I'm working with, contractors. Because as you know, I've been remodeling my house since last year. Well, you may not know that. I also had that issue with my Christmas tree where they were just gonna like short me $1,000 Christmas tree. And then I rewrote the situation that they were eager to give me. And I woke up the next day to an email saying, we would love to give you this Christmas tree. So I know it works. And it is a technique that absolutely works for me. I've also got my celebrity crush video coming this Sunday. I am so excited about that. The celebrity crush I'm talking about is Brandon Flowers of The Killers. And I had so many amazing experiences meeting him repeatedly. I look forward to another one. I'm going to manifest meeting him again soon. We'll see if he remembers me. The last time I met him was in Ohio. I didn't talk about this in the video, so this is just like extra stuff. But it was in Ohio, and I was telling him about how I saw The Cure in Lollapalooza, and we were having a conversation about that, about The Cure. I love The Cure. Like my favorite. I want to manifest seeing The Cure again. I got to do that. Okay, but let's go back to your questions. Fairy, probably not saying it right. Should you contact a specific person if they just had a tragedy? Yes. Yes. I think you should. Here's how you do it though, because there are times when you should contact your specific person. Like if they experienced a death in the family, like seriously, you want to contact them. But you are contacting them just because you are doing the right thing. You are feeling this, you want to comfort them. You want to provide comfort. You want to provide love. You want to do the right thing. Because like if you don't acknowledge something like that, like Like, that's just not very nice, like, in your own character. Like, you want to be the best version of yourself you can be. But since it's your specific person, you do not wanna think that by you reaching out, that then they're gonna reach out back and you're gonna start a relationship. Don't be attached to that. Just reach out just for you. If they don't respond, who cares? You still feel the same way. You still feel connected to the end result in the same manner. You don't change, you don't change how you feel about what can happen with your specific person just because of, how they responded or how they didn't respond. You just feel blessed and abundant no matter what. You just do it just because you're unattached to the situation. You're like, I just want to reach out and do this because it is the right thing to do. Please, Veronica, please. I don't know what it was for. Crystal Scott, hey Veronica, any advice for third party situations? So many people have third parties. I feel my specific person is attracted to me, but they're very vague and I don't want to assume. I guess I'm looking for reassurance. You can assume someone is attracted to you. I think this is an interesting question because, and I'm going to highlight it so I don't lose it because then I'll get off on some tangent and I'll forget. Where was it? Oh, there we go. Crystal Scott. Okay, with a K. Um, I think that we are always afraid to assume the other person can do this. Like we feel almost naughty about it. Like we're not supposed to be imagining that the other person could want this. Like we feel like it's wrong in some way. Even if they're being very vague, like they probably have already been attracted to you, some part of them inside of them, because we get attracted to a lot of people. Like we get attracted to random people we see on the street. Guys do this more than women, I think. But I think that even women, like we just get attracted to people like all the time. Even if we're with somebody, like we just find people attractive. Like, hey, that person is attractive. So I'm sure that I'm sure that this specific person has found you attractive at least once. So if there's a third party, again, don't focus on the obstacles. I mean, even if there isn't a third party, there could be a gazillion different obstacles standing in your way. And it's up to you whether or not you focus on the perceived obstacles or you just focus on being together. The end result. Neville Goddard loves to talk about the end result, and he is amazing. And there's so much free stuff that you can find on him. Seriously, if you are looking for more outlets, I know he has his own certain way of talking, but once you understand his style, you will get addicted to it and love it, and it will change your world. I didn't discover him right away in terms of my conscious manifesting journey. He was somebody I discovered like years later, and I was like, why didn't I ever know about him sooner? He's my favorite. Like seriously. I wish I could have seen him in person. Um, but in any case, okay, you're going to weave a story and you're going to say, my specific person is being very vague, but I would prefer them to say this, to do this, to want this. You can't get like reassurance. Like if you're constantly looking for reassurance in your outer world, it will never come. It just won't. You'll just get more lack. The outer world never reassures you like the inner world reassures you, and that takes blind faith. It takes courage. So it takes you having the decision that, you know what, I want to be with this person. Doesn't matter if there's a third party. This is going to be mine. I don't know when it's going to be mine, but I just claim it as mine. And you just let everything else fall into place. Okay, let's take another question. Someone said, and love you. Oh, let's answer this one. I can't pronounce your name. Kastuba Sahu. I'm sorry. I tried. I'm American. I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. When I feel happy, I remember her. Then sometimes, not always, I realize I still don't have her. It's been exactly a year today. Then I become sad. Oh, wait, first of all, stop counting the time. I'm sorry it's been a year, exactly a year today, but you need to forget. You need to forget. I guess it's either December 13th or December 14th. I don't know which time zone you're in. But I know it's not December 12th because there's like no part of the world is still December 12th right now. But I'm sorry, but you need to stop counting the time. That's one of the things. You need to free yourself from that. You need to live in the present moment. The present moment it is totally possible to be with her. Now, remembering her brings you happiness. And you know what? Those memories are proof that you can have her again. You manifested it then, you can manifest it again. Like, you didn't lose your powers. You weren't like, it wasn't beginner's luck. It wasn't chance. It wasn't something different in her. It's just usually when you attract someone at first, it's new, and then they become important to you, and then you start to get all scared that you're going to lose them, and all these insecurities come in. It's like this domino effect. When you become sad, you need to comfort yourself through these moments, and you need to say, well, right now I don't have her. And yes, it's been a while. Try not to count the time. Like, don't tomorrow say it's been a year and a day. Like, don't do that. Um, Say, we've had some time apart, but during this time, I have been trying to learn and grow and become my best self so that when we come together again, I can bring my best self to the relationship. So if you've had a breakup and you're trying to get back together, or even if you're waiting to attract a specific person, don't resent the time that it takes. Say to yourself, this is time for me to learn, grow, and be my best self so that when we come together, it is the perfect relationship. It is ideal. It is everything we both have been wanting. And I'm going to be totally ready so that when we come together, it's going to be forever. It's not going to be temporary. We're not going to break up again if you've been breaking up before in the past. It's going to be forever. And imagine that she or he is doing the same thing too. They're learning about themselves because you want it to be right. So why rush it? Why distrust? Why resent the current moment? Why fall into sadness? Say, you know what? Life would be happier if I had my special, perfect love companion, but I'm going to do something that is going to cheer me up right now. I'm going to spend time with family or friends I do have. I'm going to make new friends. I'm going to meet some new people, have some new experiences, explore new things in my world, because we all have like our hometown, the place we live. You might live in a rural place, you might live in a city, but there's places to go that you've never been before. Or even if, you live in such a small town that there's no place to go that's new, like reinvent a place that maybe you haven't revisited since, for a long time. And you're going to try to make your way through this moment, living in the joy. Stop reacting to the current set of lack. Start inventing how you would feel if you had this great result. And again, like the little child growing from age 4 to 5, it happens so subtly, it happens so smoothly, you don't notice it until it all comes together. Like, you're not going to notice it profoundly until boom, that moment. Just live for that moment, wake up every day for that moment, but know how to be independently joyful and independently okay first. Because when you do come together, you don't want to be codependent. You don't want to need her so badly that when she goes to work or when she goes to the store, you are like in tears. Like, there's relationships like that, and those don't last. Like, I used to be like that, so clingy, where I had to be with the person all the time, like all the time. And it's any wonder none of those relationships worked. It just doesn't work. And I think a lot of times people who are codependent like that have had abandonment issues. Like, I had a lot of abandonment issues, lost both of my parents at a young age, and I just felt like everybody was going to leave me. That, like, I had to cling on for dear life because everybody was just out to leave me. And I obviously overcame those things because I do not have those issues anymore. Yes, my parents still, they're still gone, but I no longer feel that sense of loss in my current relationships. I feel like my current relationships can stay. I don't have to worry about them being scarce. And, my boyfriend can go out and do things, or I can travel alone, or it's okay. We don't have to be together 24/7. We just don't. Dark night. Everyone is about relationships. No one is talking about career. I'll talk about career. I'll answer any question. We can talk about anything. I'm here to answer your questions. Uh, let's see. Oh, geez, I gotta love you. When it's going like so fast, I don't know what to pick. How to get an Instagram follow from a specific person, celeb, or any specific person in general. You know what? Instagram is interesting because it's on your phone and you can take a snapshot. Like, you can take a snapshot of, there's that screen where new people are following you. So what I would do is I would take a snapshot. You can use this like a vision board. So you take a snapshot and of somebody who did start following you. It's got the picture or whatever. I don't know, where's my phone? Let's see what it looks like. I think a few people should start following me today. I'm pretty new to Instagram, so I'm trying to raise my following there. So if you want to follow me there, it'd make me so happy. Veronica Isles, because I don't have many followers on Instagram. I have like, I'm almost up to 65,000 on YouTube, and I have like 1,982 on Instagram. I need to raise my Instagram following. So yes, please follow me. I'm not begging. You don't have to, but it'd be so cool if you did. Okay, you go to, let's see, there's a home screen. And I think it's Alina who taught me about Instagram. She taught me a lot in the beginning, and that was so nice of her because I didn't know what I was doing at all. It was someone just followed me. Maybe that's from the live show, Morrison04 something. Oh, thank you if you're watching. Um, so in any case, it was my boyfriend's son who first told me about Instagram because, he's in the generation of all this and he's like, you need to be on Instagram. I didn't know what he was talking about. And so it's thanks to him actually that I started Instagram because I didn't know it was important. I really didn't. And then Alina helped me and, I just got another follow. Okay, this is cool. Wow, it worked. Okay, so you've got the screen. And what you're going to do is that I'm sure there's a feature on your phone that allows you to snapshot it. So you're going to snapshot it. And then you've got it says, so-and-so started following you. And then there's like a follow button on the right-hand side. I don't know what happens. If you already follow them, I don't know what it's going to look like. But in any case, it's got the person's name. So you know your specific person's name or the celebrity. Because I want some celebrities to follow me. I want Kit Harington to follow me, although I don't think he has an Instagram. But he's Jon Snow, and I think my Jon Snow would find it very exciting. I'm going to manifest celebrities starting to follow me. That's actually a really exciting idea. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take just some random celebrities that I think are cool, and I'm going to take a snapshot right now. And then I'm going to replace the names with the celebrity names. This is so much fun. See, manifesting is supposed to be fun. Okay, so you take a snapshot, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take a snapshot, so it's in the same font, of your specific person or the celebrity's Instagram page. Take a snapshot. And then you're going to transfer these images to your computer. Hopefully you have Photoshop skills. I think a lot of people do these days because, we're used to doing that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to copy the person who you really want to follow you, their picture and their name, and you're going to replace it on the what is this, like the activity page, as if they've started following you. And then what I would say is it's like a vision board. So you're going to look at it whenever you say to yourself, oh, and someone just commented on a picture of Jon Snow. I gotta like that. So I really shouldn't look at Instagram while I'm on a live show. In any case, you're going to look at this Instagram vision board. I don't know, like once a day. I'm going to do it too. I'm not going to tell you who I'm manifesting though. Once a day, I don't know, once a week. You don't have to look at it often, but every single time you get the urge, I want my specific person to be following me. I want the celebrity to be following me. You do a combination. You're just going to be like, well, look, I have proof. And you can even send it to your phone and look at the picture on your phone so it actually looks like you've got it, like you've opened up your Instagram and you're reading it and you get the feelings of it. You can do the same technique with receiving a text. That's all what my first Get a Text video is all about. I released that almost 5 years ago. That's crazy. But it's all about, it's like pretending, like you're pretending it's already coming through, and then you're feeling the feelings of abundance. Like, wow, it's already come through. And you're like, whoa, oh my gosh, this person started following me, and you feel it, even though it's just a pretend, clip art thing that you put together, you photoshopped it. Who cares? You just look at it and you feel it, and then you just kind of put it aside. And then you don't really think about it throughout the rest of the day. And then before you know it, like that child growing, it just boom. And it's fun because when it actually happens, then it'll feel like old news because you've already been experiencing the elated feeling that you've been feeling on the pretend one. So it'll feel like old news. It'll feel like it was always going to happen. And in fact, when big breakthroughs do happen, I do want to say that a lot of times it feels like it was always going to happen regardless. Like you didn't do anything. Like it wasn't you. It was just going to happen. But that's not true. Again, that's the earthly part of you playing games with you. Okay, so I'm Veronica. I'm a manifesting coach, based in Chicago, but I'm going to be doing a whole lot of fun travel soon. I'm going to be doing live shows from Kentucky at the end of the month. Undisclosed location, log cabin there. I'm going to be doing live shows from there. No in-person sessions there, but in-person sessions in Montreal, the end of March, also New York City, sometime in April. I don't know the exact dates yet. There'll be some more live shows as well. Not live shows, in-person shows. Well, live shows and in-person shows. I guess the in-person aren't really shows, but whenever I do in-person sessions, you can either do a private one or you can do a group one. Obviously, the group sessions will be more affordable. The private one-on-one sessions are obviously a little bit more expensive. Even if you're in the Chicago area, I do the same thing too. So come see me in Chicago. But I plan on visiting a lot of cities soon and also visiting as many Waffle Houses as I possibly can. There's 2,100. I'm gonna do a video from all 2,100. That may take a really long time though, but it's my new goal for it's my New Year's resolution. My curls. Let's answer this question. Hi Veronica. Oh, did I lose it? No. Here we go. How do I switch going from a friendship with my SP back to a committed relationship and believe that he wants to be back with me? We are a long distance. Doesn't matter if you're long distance. In fact, when you say it in your mind, take that out of the equation. Stop saying, but we're a long distance. I mean, it's fine you wanted to tell me that, but I wouldn't reinforce that. In fact, if you talk to other people, don't say we're a long distance. Like that's like saying, but it's not going to happen. You're adding a thing. You're constantly sending supportive evidence or, supportive evidence as to why something can or cannot happen. So you want to send supportive evidence as to why it can happen. So this idea of, believe that he wants to be back with me. So what are some reasons why he could want to be back with you? Are you really good at making him feel his true self? Like, are you good at unconditional love? Do you kiss really well? Do you make a good mimosa? I don't know. What do you do that is like, wow, I know this about myself and I'm awesome. And I'm just going to, wow his world so much so that he is going to beg to be in a committed relationship with me. There will be no other option for him. He will have to be in a committed relationship with me because he will want that security of having me for the rest of his life and knowing that no one else can take me away from him. So, okay, you're in a friendship. That's good. You're friends, all relationships have to have friendship as well. Like you definitely want that. So you're like, hey, I got that checked off. I got that. Now, being in a committed relationship, what does it feel like to be in a committed relationship? Like you are obligated to that other person. You are bound to that other person. The other person is your other half. You are no longer a single person. You are part of a team. I would already feel like, we're just destined to be with each other. Like I don't believe in destiny because nothing is pre-written, but inside of yourself, you can feel like it's mine. I'm claiming it. It's part of my future. It's something that I am destined to receive. So my own version of my destiny, because I feel like we can choose our own destinies. It's not that somebody else is picking our destiny for us. We are choosing our own destinies. I'm Veronica. You can subscribe, hit that bell icon if you want to be a part of the next live session. We do these fun shows and I answer a ton of questions. I try to answer as many as I can. And raise your vibration. Not only are these shows about answering questions, but they're also about making you feel good and taking you out of the current rut of whatever you were feeling. It's about making you laugh, being silly, and just taking the tension off of the current moment. So, okay, I'm going to answer another question. Oh, I do want to say if you want to do one-on-one coaching with me, VeronicaIsles.com. I've got those specific person packages. Advic. Let me go back to it. Hey Veronica, please set that's why I can't stand for much longer. So I'm going to start like wow. Okay, please shed some light on whether you can attract somebody of a different sexual orientation. Sure. You're not here's how I would want you to look at it. You're not trying to change who they are. All you're trying to do is have them be attracted to you. And this goes in any sexual orientation. Like if you are straight trying to attract someone who is gay, or if you are gay trying to attract someone that's straight, like whatever. Yes. Yes, it's possible. I think that the trick is you're not trying to change their sexual identity. You're just trying to have them make an exception for you because you are special. Because I really believe, honest to God, we fall in love with the soul inside of a person, not their sexuality, not their gender, not their color hair, not their height, not their physical attributes. It's all inside. So, yes, it's possible for any sexual identity to fall in love with a different, I mean, me personally, I've only been attracted to guys, but I'm not saying that I couldn't be attracted to a woman. It's just never happened before. Anything is possible. It really is. Again, you fall in love with the person inside. So you find a lot of people who are so-called straight who suddenly are like, I never looked at, I never thought of myself as gay, but suddenly I'm being attracted to another woman. Like, where is this coming from? Because she's so special. And there's something about her that makes me attracted in that way. Or likewise, there could be a gay person who's like, I never thought of myself as bisexual before, but suddenly, it could be a gay guy. Suddenly I'm finding myself attracted to this girl. Like, why is this happening? But it's just her. It's not that he's suddenly attracted to all women. It's just this one particular person. So if you want your specific person who's a different sexual identity, don't think in terms of obstacles and labels. Think about you and them, and that's it. Let the universe handle the rest. Because I'm sure that there's tons of love stories. People switch their sexual, identities all the time. Um, there's people who were married, in straight relationships that suddenly, become attracted to somebody of the same sex, and then maybe they'll go back. It's because 'cause we're attracted to the soul. You might think your type, like, for example, I always thought my type was, somebody with blonde hair. Like, I liked guys with blonde hair and light eyes. And then suddenly I found myself attracted to a guy who had dark hair and dark eyes. Like, I was like, "What?" Why? Like, why? Because I was attracted to that person, the soul. We all have our type, and then we run away from that type because we're attracted to the soul. The soul. The soul. That's inside. It's outside, isn't it? Yeah. Uh, I don't know. Dark Knight. I keep seeing Dark Knight stuff, and I don't know. It's like I think he or she is talking to someone else, so I'm not going to repeat it. We're going to take one more question before I start turning into a blubbering idiot. I do want to say that after I film this, I'm going to film a couple other pre-recorded videos. Some really interesting topics, also some viewer suggestions. I really like viewer suggestions. I have a viewer suggestion one that's going to come out on December 16th, which is Beethoven's birthday, a very special day. In any case, December 16th, it is actually on attracting your specific person and using your intuition. It was a viewer suggestion on how intuition plays a part in attracting your specific person. It's such a good video. That's it. I think I already answered one of his questions before. Oh, wow. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play roulette and I'm going to scroll up to a question that's already been asked. I love doing that. Let's see what I land on. Boom. Andrew Mickelson, you're the lucky one. Can you manifest someone to never do a certain thing? Yes. In fact, that is really useful for me right now because there are people in my life right now that are doing things that I don't want them to be doing. And I'd like them to stop. So I'm gonna answer that question in terms of giving me advice, and it'll help for all of you as well. Okay, so you want them to never do something. You need to stop getting frustrated to the current moment of them doing these things that you don't like. So it starts with non-reacting. And this can be applied to a specific person. Maybe they keep ignoring you, maybe they keep rejecting you, maybe they keep they've blocked you or something. So you need to stop reacting emotionally to that particular activity that you don't want to be happening anymore. So you got to stop getting frustrated or down in the dumps or mopey or angry. Like, why do they keep doing this? I don't want them to do this. Don't identify this particular behavior with who they are. Don't say, well, that's in their personality. That's who they are. I'll never change them. Because again, you're just setting supportive evidence as to why they will continually do this and continually make you upset. That's not going to solve anything. So you don't want them to do this. You don't want them to be with a specific person. Stop reacting emotionally to the current moment. Instead, base your emotions on the preferred result. Now, this takes courage because, of course, we want to be lazy and we want to just react to the current moment and react, 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 react. But the more we keep reacting, the more we keep getting more of what we don't want. It is as simple as creating a new emotion for the preferred result. Now, usually it sounds so simple that we don't want to do it. We're like, that's too easy. I'd rather just be angry. I'd rather just be frustrated. I'd rather just assume that it's going to keep happening, keep happening, keep happening, and there's no way out. As if the only way out is this person. Like the only way out is through the outlet of this person granting us, the new result, and then we can change our feelings. No, we have to change our feelings first and stay true to that new feeling, even while they still keep doing this thing we don't want. They're still with the third party. They're still ignoring us. They still have us blocked. But we don't want that. So we're going to react in a way as if those things didn't exist. And we're going to send supportive evidence to the universe. We're just putting it out there. We're like, hey, the preferred result is coming. I can feel it in my bones. I'm going to stop reacting to this yuckiness. And pretty soon, it'll just flower into being. And it'll be like, whoa, I freed myself from the bondage of misery. No more suffering. Okay. I need to wrap up. Dark Knight, hey again. I liked that movie. Isn't that's a Christopher Nolan movie? Batman. That's what I'm trying to think of. Thought of Christopher Nolan. I love him. I love Inception. He did Dunkirk. He did Memento. Christopher Nolan is the man. Okay. I do like film. I like talking about filmmakers. I don't really do that though, because I know you're here for this specific person. Okay, I'm Veronica. You can get one-on-one coaching with me at VeronicaIsles.com. I have a specific person workshop package. I have a 25-day challenge, daily emails. I will hold your hand through the whole process, make it so easy. I will cheer you on as your personal cheerleader and help, identify your weak points, help you get to that goal, help you succeed. I have so many success stories that I never share on the channel because, they're private unless somebody offers. Did have a success story though this week. Somebody, Allie, she was so nice enough to offer it. If you do have a success story and you want to share it, email me. I'm happy to do it. I'm not going to solicit you to do it. So if you send me your success story, I'm not going to share it unless you offered. Trust me. I'm so glad to receive these success stories. I receive at least one per day and I just file them away and they make my heart happy. And there's so many now that I can't even remember every single one. But I'm so happy when somebody succeeds because I'm so happy to give you, the knowledge and the tools you need to change your world for the better. Okay, if you want to be a part of my next live show, you can do that. Subscribe, hit the bell icon. YouTube will let you know. I'm not going to tell you when the next live show is. I actually don't know right now, but it'll be sometime next week. What else? I have 5 ebooks on Amazon. I don't know what else I wanted to say. Well, I just hope you have a happy day. I hope you succeed. And my cats say hi, Rocky, Jon Snow, and Padme. And have a lovely one.